Well, big breaking news coming in that Shahjahan Shiekh has been arrested. TMC leader Shahjahan Shiekh arrested. Remember, viewers, he had been absconding for over a month now, and news just coming in that Shahjahan Shiekh has been arrested. Big breaking news there. Shahjahan Shiekh arrested. TMC backed lead Trinamool Congress leader, who is of course backed by Mamata Banerjee, has been arrested. And there had been pressure mounting over Mamata Banerjee for his arrest over the last couple of days. He has been accused of land grabbing and mass rape by the women of Sandeshkhali. The Calcutta High Court had said that there was no stay on arrest in any proceeding. Pressure was mounting on Mamata Banerjee's government to arrest Shahjahan Shiekh, the TMC leader. He has been arrested. Big breaking news coming in. He had been absconding for the last couple of days, in fact, for over a month now. I'm joined by my colleague Samiksha. Samiksha, a very good morning to you. Now, big news there. Shahjahan Shiekh, who had been absconding for over a month now, has been arrested. Could you take us, what more do you know about this?
Well, absolutely, Ginny. This is a big breaking that is coming in. It is a late-night development from what we understand. Republic Bangla, our sister channel, also confirming that Shahjahan was arrested late last night by the West Bengal police. Now, note this comes in the backdrop of the kind of pressure that's been piling up on Mamata Banerjee government, be it the Calcutta High Court, be it the governor of West Bengal. The Calcutta High Court, of course, came down heavily on the Mamata Banerjee government, saying that Shahjahan Shiekh must be arrested on immediate basis. So yes, the Calcutta High Court did pile up that pressure on Mamata Banerjee government to act. He is going to be produced tomorrow before the court. But note, he's been on the run for almost 2 months. He was on the run for almost 55 days, and it's finally. It seems that the Mamata Banerjee police has been forced to act, given that the kind of pressure that was being built on Mamata Banerjee government. Now, also note, this comes in the backdrop of the kind of statements that have been coming in from the TMC leaders, be it Kunal Ghosh, who'd earlier stated that Shahjahan Shiekh could get arrested within 7 days' time. And while there were sources did tell us that arrest could very well be staged by the Mamata Banerjee police, this is something what appears to be the case, given that sources even told Republic that Shahjahan Shiekh could very much be in the hiding, could be hiding in Sandeshkhali itself. So yes, a big update that's coming in. Shahjahan Shiekh having been arrested. Multiple FIRs have been registered. Note against him. Remains to be seen the kind of action that's initiated next. But yes, this is coming in the backdrop of the massive pressure which was being built on Mamata Banerjee government to act.
Right, Samiksha, earlier the PMLA court had rejected the anticipatory bail petition of Shahjahan Shiekh. And there was also a lookout notice against him by the Enforcement Directorate in a money laundering case, apart from the mass rape charges and land grabbing charges. So could you take us through a bit of a background as to what charges are against him?
Well, that's right, Ginny. Talking about kind of charges, these are very, very grave charges for us to say, we have played out the testimonies of women in Sandeshkhali who've spoken out in large numbers. They've alleged that Shahjahan Shiekh indulged in mass rape of these women. So these are, of course, very, very serious charges. We have those testimonies of women who've spoken out in large numbers. In fact, these women in Sandeshkhali who've been up in arms for almost a month now have spoken out against the Mamata Banerjee police as well, saying that there's been lack of action on part of police, and this even as multiple FIRs have been registered, yet there has been no sort of a concrete action that happened all this while. So it's only now in the backdrop of the kind of pressure that was being built on Mamata Banerjee government that we are seeing the arrest of Shahjahan Shiekh. Sources were even telling Republic that he could very much be hiding in Sandeshkhali itself, which from what it appears seems to be the case. He could be, in fact, this happened late last night, in the dead of night, so as to say, Guinea. But yes, he's going to be produced before the court today. It's the action coming after 55 days, after he was on the run. Note that Ajit Mehte has been arrested. A lot of his accomplices have also been arrested. But let's see the kind of action that's initiated next. Also, we are yet to know under the sections under which he's been booked by the Mamata Banerjee police, Guinea.
Samiksha, there were charges on Mamata Banerjee earlier for shielding him, but in fact, one of the leaders of Trinamool Congress, Abhishek Banerjee, came up with a statement that I quote, "Trinamool Congress is not shielding Sheikh Shahjahan. He is being shielded by Calcutta High Court stay orders based on an ED appeal." Could you take us through who was shielding him for the last so many days? How did he manage to not get arrested for the last 60 days, you said over 65 days? Right, big news coming in. Shahjahan Shiekh, the Mamata backdawn, has been arrested. There are multiple charges on him, including money laundering case and mass rape and land grabbing charges by the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe women of Sandeshkhali. Now, the Calcutta High Court on Monday had made it very clear that there was no stay on the arrest of TMC leader Shahjahan Shiekh, who was accused of sexual atrocities and land grab in Sandeshkhali. Big news coming in that he has been arrested. Of course, there was pressure mounting on the Mamata government, and finally now he has been arrested after being absconding for over 65 days now. Big news there, Shahjahan Shiekh, TMC leader, arrested after being absconding for over 65 days. Now, there have been money laundering cases on him and mass rape charges by the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe women, and of course, land grabbing cases. Now, the Calcutta High Court, remember viewers, on Wednesday had clarified that the Enforcement Directorate and the Central Bureau of Investigation are at liberty to arrest the absconding Trinamool Congress leader Shahjahan Shiekh. The ED and the CBI had told the bench of Chief Justice T.S. Sivaganam and Justice Hitme Bhattacharya that they had serious reservations about the West Bengal police probing the allegations against Trinamool Congress leader. Of course, the cops were not arresting Shahjahan Shiekh for quite some time, and questions were being raised whether the cops are behaving on the instructions of someone else and not doing their duty properly. Big news there, Shahjahan Shiekh has been arrested. He has been arrested last night amidst huge drama. Late in the evening, the incident happened. He was arrested by the cops. There are several charges against him of mass rape and land grabbing by the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe women. Now, the PMLA court earlier had rejected the anticipatory bail petition of Shahjahan Shiekh. This comes after a lookout notice was issued against him by the Enforcement Directorate. Now, remember, viewers, the ED had also summoned Shahjahan Shiekh in money laundering case on February 29th. And of course, the charges of land grabbing and mass rape came in much later. He was accused of committing atrocities against women of Sandeshkhali. Big news there. Shahjahan Shiekh arrested over the last couple of days. Sandeshkhali has been witnessing protests over allegations of sexual abuse by women by TMC leaders Shahjahan Shiekh and of course his supporter of land grab and sexually assaulting them under coercion. Several teams have been visiting Sandeshkhali, the NCW, NCSC, the BJP 6-member panel. All of them were stopped by the cops there. The Mamata government had installed huge barricades there, but the TMC leaders, of course, were allowed to enter. Now, all these people wanted to enter Sandeshkhali to help the women out there, to speak to them, to figure out what was actually going on there, but they were not allowed. And these women were demanding the arrest of Sandeshkhali, of Shahjahan Shiekh, beg your pardon. And that day has finally come. He was arrested late last night. He was arrested late last night in big breaking news. Shahjahan Shiekh has been arrested, multiple cases on him. Money laundering cases and committing atrocities against women of Sandeshkhali. He's also been accused of land grabbing. Shahjahan Shiekh, big news there. After days of waiting, pressure mounting on Mamata government by various leaders, finally Shahjahan Shiekh has been arrested. In Sandeshkhali, let's remind you viewers that innocent and impoverished women have been harassed and sexually assaulted by this local gang of politicians, and the villagers have been demanding appropriate legal action against the perpetrators. Now, earlier the NHRC had issued notices to the West Bengal Secretary and Director General of Police and sought report within 4 weeks. It was also speculated a couple of days earlier that Mamata might stage arrest of TMC leader Shahjahan Shiekh after he had been absconding for over a month. But finally, that day arrived last night and he was arrested. Shahjahan Shiekh arrested there. Big news. Sandeshkhali has been the epicenter of controversy for the last couple of days, where women have been accusing the TMC leader of committing mass atrocities and land grabbing.